Okay, so we'll start with the files. So as we have already discussed about the definition of the file, as a file represent a sequence of bytes on a disk where the group of related data is stored. Okay, so it is a permanent kind of storage. So when you want the permanent type of storage, actually you are creating the file, and actually file is not stored into your RAM memory. The file is stored into your hard disk. So whenever you are writing into the file, you are writing into the hard disk. It is not always being deleted. Your file content is not deleted when your program get exist. Okay, so that's why when you need a permanent kind of storage of type of memory, then you are opening a file. How the file can be open? Actually, you to open a file, actually you require the file pointer. So file pointer can be created by using the structure file, capital file. So file file structure is already been declared into your C language in your stdio.h. So you need to define the file pointer. So file star fp is the file pointer. And then now this fp can be points to the fp can point to the file now. Okay, so that's why to open a file, you have the function name as a fopen. So using the fopen function, you can create a file as well as you can open an existing file. So how that fopen can be used, we will see afterwards. So fopen is used to create a new file or opening an existing file. Fclose, for using a fclose function, the already open file you can close it by using a fclose function. Okay, so it means that you have opened one file, text file, you have read all the content. Now you want to exit your program, but before exiting your program, you have to return that file pointer to your operating system. So to return that file pointer to operating system, you need to execute a function named as fclose. So it closes a file. To read a content or to read a character from a file, the function name is getC, and to write the character, the function name is putC. And two more function, that is fscanf and fprintf. So it is very similar like scanf and printf function. The scanf function will take a user input from your console, and the fscanf function will take a user input from your file. Okay, so printf function is used to print to the console, and a printf function is used to print to a file. Okay, or write the data to a file. Okay, so this is some function. Now next one is how to open a file. To open a file, actually we'll directly go towards the one program. To open a file, actually you need to use this fopen function with the two argument. First argument is your text, which contains the name of your file, and the second one is the mode in which you want to open a file. Now what are the mode of your files, we'll see here. Okay, so mode means actually there are majorly three modes: read mode, write mode, and the append mode. Okay, R, W, and A. So R mode means, read mode means, if you are opening a file in a read mode, it means that you can only read the content from that text file. You cannot write back the content to the text file. Okay, so it means that if you want to read only from your text file, just use the mode as a R. Now W mode is somewhat different from the read mode. It open or create a text file. Okay, so there is one difference between the R and W is it opens only the existing file. Okay, it doesn't create if the file is not exist, it doesn't create a new file. But in a W mode, actually, if the file is exist, it open it, and if the file is not exist, it create a text file. Okay, so if already created file, if you want to open, you can open it by using W mode, but it is opening in your writing mode only. So it means that you can only write into that file, you cannot read the file. Okay, the next one is the A mode, that is append mode. Append mode means actually whatever the previous content of your file is preserved in your append mode, and whatever the new content you are adding into the file, it is appending after that previous content. So that is your append mode. Okay, so this is the very three basics mode, R, W, and A. Remember here, W mode, in W mode it only create a file. Okay, but R plus is the most advancement in your R mode. When you are opening your file in your R plus mode, it open a text file in both reading and writing mode. W plus, it open a text file in both reading and writing mode. A plus also, it open a text file in reading and writing mode. So here, if the file is exist, actually it open a file, and if the file is not exist, it also create the file in your R plus, W plus, and A plus mode also. So it is somewhat advancement in your basic modes. Generally, R, W, A, these modes can be used only for the text file. So text file. So what is the difference between text file and binary file? We will see here. So actually there are these two types: text file, binary file. Text file means if you open that file, you can easily read that contents of the file. That is not your text file, or also called as ASCII files. Whatever the you are writing, it is writing in terms of the ASCII values. Suppose you are writing A into your file, the ASCII value of A get written into the file. But when you read it, you will get back a small a here. Okay, but what do you mean by binary file? Binary file generally write your data. It is not write the data in terms of your ASCII, but it writes the data in terms of the binary data. It is writing binary data means your file. If you're opening a file, it is not readable. It is not readable by the simple text editor such as a notepad. But in a text file, the text file, if you're opening by using a notepad, you can easily read it. Okay, so to read a binary file, you need to write a program. Only the program, using the program, you can only the binary file. So that's why the binary file only contains the 0 and 1s. What are the patterns of 0 and 1s, the program can only contain. So how many first 0 can be read, how many first binary bits can be read, afterwards how many binary bits can be read. So that can be only possible with the programs only. Okay, so if you want to create the user readable file, then you have to create a text file, and if you want to create a machine readable file, you have to create a binary file here. So binary file can't be read by the simple text editor like your notepad. Okay, so we'll see towards the file. Actually, we will directly take one program, and by using that program, okay, basics, now terminal. Okay, so I'm going to the my folder, zoom, then C lang. Okay, and I'm opening one file, file2.c. Okay, so this is my file, one C file. The first one is stdio.h, and then int main. But before starting this program, I'm creating one text file here. Suppose my text file is my file.txt, and I'm writing some content. Suppose I love C programming. Okay, I live in Nashik. Okay, so this is my content of my text file. Now this text file content I want to read from your this C program. Okay, so that's why first you want to open a file, so that's why you need a file pointer. So fp I am created. Now fp is equal to f open. Okay, now which text file I want to create? My file dot txt. Now remember that this my file dot txt should be in a same folder where your C file is there. Okay, so file2.c and folder the file2.c and the my text my file.txt, this file should be present in your same folder. Otherwise, if it is present in your different folder, then you have to put the all path, that is c colon double slash, and then suppose my folder, and after that my file.txt. Okay, so you have to create a whole path if it is not continuous same folder. Okay. Then next one is I want to read it only, so that's why I'm opening it in a read mode. Okay, now next one is I want to read it, so that's why I'm reading it in your character by using f as get c function. So I'm defining one character variable, character ch, and then ch equal to get c, get c only. Okay, not get ch. Okay, get c. Ch is equal to get c. I'm reading the get ch using the get c, but where from you are getting the character, you are getting the character from the fp, and now you want to compare it with the end. Now we have seen the string. Okay, so the string, how to find out this is the end of the string by using a null character /0. Okay, so you are reading one by one character, and when you get the /0, it means that is the end of the string. Now how to find out that this is the end of my file? Now, how many characters you want to you are reading one by one character, but what is the last character of your file? The last you have to compare it with the last character. If it is not equal to end of file, so remember that the last character of the file always is the EOF character, that is your end of file character. So EOF is a one special directive, preprocessor directive present in your stdio.h. Okay, so just I'm printing here that character %c and then comma ch. Okay, so this is a very simple program in which I am reading the file. Okay, so first I'm opening a file in a read mode, and then after that I am reading it by using the getc. So get the character from the fp and store that character into the ch. After that, hold it ch. I'm comparing with the EOF. If it is not equal to EOF, if it is other than EOF, your character get printed. And if it is EOF character, that is your last character of your file, it loop get breaks and your program get terminated. Okay, so we'll see the program. So we need to first compile it, file2.c. Okay, so there is no error, so /a.out. I'm running that program, and you will get a same output. That is the output of your, you can see the content of your my file.txt. Okay, it's the same content. Okay, I love C programming, and when you are running your program, you are reading the my file.txt file, and the content, the same content that you are reading. Okay, so got it. So in this way we can read the file itself. Okay, so any doubt in this? If you have any doubt, then you can just type it in your chat window. I can explain it more. Or can I directly take the new one? So can anyone tell me what is the actually error that we have? There is no error in this program, but what is the logical error that we have done in this program? Anyone tell me? What is the logical error that we have done in this program? Anyone? No, there is no logical error. There is one logical error present in this program. Here we have opened the file, but we have not closed it. So that is a logical error. So that's why if you have opened it, you have to close it. So how to close? By using the if close function. Okay. So before before terminating your program, you should close your file here. Got it? Okay. So then now next one is we'll write the data. We'll write the data, how to write the data, and then after that how to read it back. We'll see here. So here one code that I have pasted here. Okay, so I have created one file as a 1.txt, but now in this time I'm opening it in your W mode, that is your write mode. So the one speciality of the write mode is if the file is already exist, the whatever the content of that file, it is get vanish automatically, and that file, previous file with a zero content, you will get the file. So always remember that when you opening the file in your W mode, the previous content get deleted. Okay, and your file pointer is placed at the first byte of your file, first byte of your text file. Okay, so enter data, and then after that I'm getting the character from the user until the EOF. Actually EOF character, can I put it in your Linux? We'll see. Actually EOF character is the control Z. Okay, so we'll see this program we have run in your turbo C, but let's see is it work or not. Then after that the same file I'm reading 1.txt in your read mode. Okay, so get it. First I am taking the user input character by character until there is a one special character EOF, and then after that there is I am putting that character into the file, putting that character into the file. So we'll see the execution. Dot slash a dot out. Okay, so enter data. So whatever the data I'm entering, suppose my name is Ganesh. Today I am the CEO of GB Softtronic Solutions, and Control Z. Yeah, it is done. Control Z. We'll see the content actually that Control Z, the character will not be done, so that's why we'll change your program. So we'll see until you type the X. Okay, until you type the X, actually the file is not being whatever the content you are typing, it is inserted until you type the X. Okay, so I am Ganesh Tarde. My company name is GB Softtronics. Okay, and then last one is I'm putting X. Okay, the content of your 1.txt you have read as I am Ganesh Tarde and my company name is, you can see here 1.txt. Okay, so the content is I am Ganesh Tarde and my name is the GB software. Actually it is a drawback of your, again, your Linux. Actually in your Linux EOF file can't be generated. EOF character can't be generated. Yeah, Linux in a Windows operating system, the EOF character can be generated by using the Control Z. Okay, but here Control Z is your different character. So that's why we have modified the program as you have to put all the character until you put the X. until you put the X. When you put the X, it should be the last character. A and X is also not included in your file. So whatever the content that you are typing here, it is one by one, it is putting into the file. And then after that, the same file I am reading, and I am reading that file again. And the reading that file the character by character until you will get a EOF character. Actually, there is one your question should be there, sir, you have not inserted the EOF character at the last here, but you have read it until the EOF character. So your question is correct. So EOF character is being automatically written by your compiler. Okay, it is automatically written when you it is always be the last character of your file. Okay, so if you put the one character, so there is actually two characters are there, one your character and one UEF character. If you are putting hundreds of character, 100 character, there is a 101 character which your file contains. Okay, so your file is always contains one special character UEF. So you have entered the all the characters until you get a X. When you get a X, you have to stop, and then after that EOF will be automatically being inserted by your compiler, and then after that you are reading until the you will get a EOF character. Okay, so got it, this getC and putC function. So if you already get it, then just type yes. So in your chat window, I have actually copied this program. You can copy it for your reference itself. Okay, so the next one actually we are going to see is your fprintf function and the fscanf function. Fprintf and fscanf. So how to use a fprintf and fscanf function we will see. So for that purpose, I'm creating one new file, file 3.c, and hash include stdio.h, and then integer main. Now you tell me what is needed. File star fp, file star fp, and then fp is equal to open f open, and then which file you want to open. Okay, so what you need to, suppose you want to create a new file. Suppose I'm creating a new file dot 2.txt. Okay, then after that I'm opening in your w mode. So whatever the content of 2.txt, actually there is no 2.txt present in my computer. That's why it is if it is not present, the new file get created. The new file get created and the content of your 2.txt get vanishes. If there is existing contents are there, it is also vanishes. Okay, so you have the fp with you. Now you can write into, but what should you should write? So what that I'm taking from the user. So I'm defining one string here, character name and 20. Now, and suppose one age also, integer age. Okay, so what I'm doing here, printf enter your name. Okay, so I'm reading its content from the console. I want to take the user input from the console, so I'm using the scanf function, and I'm storing my name into the name variable, and then again I'm reading the age. And that age I'm storing into the age variable. Okay, so you have the name and age, but it's stored in your RAM memory. Now you want to store it permanently. Okay, so you want to store into your P. So how you can store? To store the content of your name and age into your file 2.txt, you need to create you need to use the function printf. So first argument should be the file pointer. Second argument is the in what format you want to write. Suppose first one is percentage s name, and then after that percentage d, that is your age, and then after that so percentage s is replaced by name, and then the percentage d should be replaced by age, and then I'm the file closing the file. Then I'm reopening the file for reading. F open 2.txt, and I'm reading it in your read mode. And now the same, I want to read it character by character, or you can use the fscanf function also. Or simply I am using that previous method, file while ch is not ch equal to get c fp is not equal to eof, then printf %c comma ch, and then f close fp, and that ch variable should be declared, so character ch. Okay, so got the program. So first I'm opening the file in w mode. I'm taking the user input name and age, and whatever the name and age I'm writing into my fp. So first argument should be fp. So what the difference between printf and fprintf? Printf having the first argument as your string, but your fprintf is having the first argument as your file pointer. Then after that, whatever the string that you want to write, you can also write your name is equal to percentage s and age is equal to percentage d also. And then after that, what is the value of the percentage s? You will take it from name, the value of the percentage d, that is taken from the age itself, and then file get closed. Then the same file I want to read it back, so reading in the reading mode I am opening that file, and character by character I am reading it. Okay, so for and x, now I am compiling it. Okay, it should be address of age, address of, it should be address of age, and then dot slash e dot, enter your name. My name is Ganesh and my name is 36. Okay, so you will get that Ganeshan 36 back here. So you can see here one new file get created with the name 2.txt. Where is that file? Yeah, this is that file 2.txt. If you want to read the content of 2.txt by using that cat command, so cat 2.txt, so you will get Ganeshan 36 back here. Okay, so in this way actually you can have that particular thing. Now what we can do here, now I'm modifying this content. Suppose I'm modifying the content as Nilesh, and the age is supposed 23, control X Y, you can check it. Yeah, Nilesh, and 23 is my content. Now I'm writing the program which is taking the user input, from the file itself. So that is how to use the fscanf function. Okay, so here in this program actually I'm taking the name and the age from the console itself, but here in the next program I am taking the name and the age from the, not from the console, I'm taking the from the file itself. Okay, so fp percentage s and the name and the address of each. Okay, but it should be in a read mode. It should be so 2.txt I'm opening in your read mode, and whatever the so that 2.txt is having the Nilesh and the age is written, so I'm reading it. First I'm reading as a name, that is Nilesh gets stored into the Nilesh name, and your 23 gets stored into your age. So it is successfully reading or not, just I am checking by printing the name and the age. So your name is equal to percent s comma and then name and then slash n, your age equal to percentage d and then comma age. Okay, so and then this actually reading the file we don't need, because we are reading the file using the fscanf function. So previously actually we have read the file using the f get uh, getc only, but in this program we are reading the file by using the fscanf function. So using the fscanf function, it is very easy one, because we can store that content into the your variable itself. So first content I'm storing into the name, second content I'm storing into the age. So it is very similar like you are reading your database. Suppose you have the database as a file, as a database, and that file contains the name and age get stored. First is name, second one is age. So I'm reading that file as a database. First one is age and second one is, first one is name and second one is age itself. So just I'm checking it again. First we need to compile it. So file3.c, so successfully compiled, and then it dot out. So you'll see here your name is Nilesh and your name, so you can see the content of the that 2.txt Nilesh and 23. So whatever the content of your 2.txt actually you are reading back here. So just again, suppose you have the file 2.txt in which you have the suppose 3 data and Mahesh and suppose 45. You have this 3 data and you want to read this 3 data. You want to read this 3 data by using this file. So how to read it? So you need to use that fscanf function 3 times. Okay, so what I'm doing, just I'm copy this and paste it here, and again paste it here. So 3 times I'm using fscanf function. Very first one is percent